US authority probe Sabiu Yusuf, Mamman Daura and the Funtuas for money laundering in Dubai, London. Authorities in the United States, US, may have commenced large-scale investigations into the massive looting of Nigerian treasury by members of President Muhammad Buhari's cabal. PopIntBlankNews.com sources at the U.S. State Department and the Department of Justice (DOJ) are said to have tracked money laundering activities of Buhari's personal assistant and private secretary Sabiu Tunde Yusuf, Senior Special Assistant Domestic Saki Abba, Mamman Daura and Ismaila Issa and Abubakar Issa Funtua from 2016 to 2019 in the United Arab Emirates and the United Kingdom. While the US is relying on her Mutual Legal Assistance Treaty (MILAT) with the UK to compile the money laundering activity of the interested persons, they are also said to have invoked the Foreign Account Tax Compliance (FATCA) account, an agreement entered with the United Arab Emirates (UAE) to commence the investigations. Members of the cabal are Buhari's nephew, Mamman Daura, Issa Funtua, President Buhari's personal assistant and private secretary Sabiu Yusuf, and the president's former chief of staff, Abba Kyari, who died some months ago. The investigation of Buhari's cabal is part of investigations being conducted by the US government over the massive looting and money laundering going on the administration. Sources told PointBlankNews.com that Sabiu Yusuf Tunde have been moving millions to London and Dubai, where he is alleged to have acquired choice properties. However, State Department sources who do not want to be named told PointBlankNews.com that activities of Sabiu Tunde Yusuf, Mamman Daura, Mamman Daura and the Funtuas have caught the attention of the US investigators. According to sources, financial transactions done by the members of the cabal between 2016 and 2019 using banks in Nigeria, London and Dubai have been flagged. Properties purchased from funds suspected to have been laundered by the mentioned have been traced in Dubai and London, a source familiar with the investigation hinted. Authorities said the most troubling is cash movement linked to Sabiu Yusuf through some proxies to Dubai and London, using some first-generation banks in Nigeria. According to the source, top officials of the new generation banks have helped Sabiu Tunde and others named in laundering over $800 million by disguising its sources in the last 5 years. The sources said over 800 million has been laundered between 2016 to 2019 by officials in Buhari's government. Most have been used to purchase choices properties in Dubai and London. Recall that Nigeria's Attorney General of Federation (AGF) Abubakar Malami and Chairman of Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC) Ibrahim Magu have been under the radar of the United States government over acts of corruption and rights abuses in relation to the management of the Abacha loot. Malami, Magu and other members of President Muhammad Buhari's cabinet are being processed for sanctions by the United States, while it was gathered that Malami pocketed over $250 million from the Abacha loot. Point Blank News learned that the Attorney General and Kebbi State Governor Atiku Bagudu shared some of the parts of the recovered loot, claimed that it was commission paid to negotiators. A case has also been filed in New Jersey challenging Malami, huge amounts he demanded for a commission from the Abacha repatriated loot. Point Blank News can report that the US has invoked the Magnitsky account on the two government officials and several other members of Buhari's government. The 2016 Congress enacted the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Account, which allows the US government to sanction foreign government officials implicated in human rights abuses anywhere in the world. A US Senator, Charles Grassley, recently asked the US government to withhold the repatriation of $320 million Abacha loot to Nigerians, citing President Muhammad Buhari's refusal to cooperate with the US Department of Justice to finalize a second forfeiture action against a separate $100 million loot, as well as intending to return the money to an official who was involved in corruption with Abacha. He insisted that it was critical for Congress to understand what steps the US government was taking before it helps to transfer millions of dollars to Nigeria to ensure that the money is not fueling more corruption and government abuses. Grassley, who also decried the lack of safeguards the money will be used for what has been agreed upon, also tackled the Attorney General Abubakar Malami and EFCC Acting Chairman Ibrahim Magu, saying under their guidance, the Buhari administration has clamped down on anyone voicing opposition to the government. The lawmaker who chairs Senate Committee on Finance stated this in a letter he wrote to Daura, who is Chief Money Laundering and Asset Recovery Section of the Department of Justice (DOJ), the US, on April 1, 2020. The senator's action was in light of a report by Bloomberg on the US government's resistance to a plan by the Nigerian government to transfer over $110 million to Mr. Bagudu from money stolen from Nigerian Treasury by the late dictator. Sources at the US Congress told PointBlankNews.com that a bipartisan committee is under serious consideration to consider reports of fraud and gross abuse of power and human rights brought against top members of the Buhari's government. Thank you for listening to this news. Viewers, God is in control. God is in control. He will expose all those that claim to be saints. I thought this administration claimed to be a saint. I thought they said they have come to fight corruption. I thought they said that this administration is the only innocent administration that has shown looting and embezzlement. You can see they are not far from Abacha administration. They even looted more than President Muhammad Olusegun Obasanjo and Atiku Abubakar. You can imagine. See, this investigation should even go as far as trying to know how concerning even the President Muhammad Buhari, because for his own special assistant and even his own nephews to be having so much abroad, my dear, there should be something fishing that Nigeria need to fish out. Because normally the president will not want to be traced. So definitely he will want to have people he can be sending on this errand to do these things for him. So their investigation should even still go down to President Buhari, because he may still have something to do with this. Appa, you can imagine. I said it. Okay, look at the former chief of staff, the late chief of staff Abakari. I said it that man His death is going to fish out a lot of things. It's going to expose a lot of things, and now it is happening.